Hi, I'm Mark Boyagis with IHS Automotive, and we're here with the 2014 Buick LaCrosse. Now for 2014, the LaCrosse gets a fresh new face with a new grille, LED accent lighting, and a host of new safety and infotainment technologies that allow it to go toe-to-toe with the competition in the premium full-size segment. But while this vehicle looks great on paper, it's not so great in implementation, as we'll show you. So let's dive deeper into this LaCrosse to find out where Buick has hit the mark and where it's left the little things to be desired. Now inside the LaCrosse, there's a lot of new technologies for this Buick, which its previous iteration did not have. Some of which are positive and some of which are negative. First and foremost, IntelliLink is no longer hard drive based. It is completely flash based, and very similar to the Cadillac Q implementation and GMC IntelliLink that we've seen in the ATS and the Sierra. Now on top of that, there's a slew of different features, right? We've got navigation, Pandora integration, AM, FM, Sirius XM radio, Bluetooth connectivity, USB connectivity, iPod integration, the whole host of features that you'd expect on the entertainment side. On top of that, a very powerful Bose center-point surround sound system, which is luscious, in our opinion, compared to a lot of the systems on the market. Now, unlike IntelliLink in the Sierra and Q in all the Cadillac models, this IntelliLink system in the LaCrosse does not have HD radio. Now, it might have been an option, but we couldn't find it anywhere on the spec sheet. In addition, we really wanted more applications. This system's supposed to have a suite of different radio and internet application functionality through your phone, and it doesn't have any of that yet. We do know that eventually it will come, but at this point it's not there. Now in terms of human-machine interface, this LaCrosse has gotten a lot better than its predecessor, and I think has upped the game against its competition in the segment. In the center we have an 8-inch touchscreen, which is pretty self-explanatory. Controlling this knob as well, you can control a lot of the menus with this knob and back button. There's a nice degree of steering wheel controls that allows for integration of some of the functions through the cluster display, which is 7 inches as well. And then on top of that, there's a head-up display, which offers your speed and your tachometer, but in addition, when you're running a navigation route, shows the information up there and can also show you what audio source you're on, whether it's AM, FM, XM, Pandora, or otherwise. Interestingly enough, you can actually have redundant information of your Pandora station here, here, and in your HUD. And while that's maybe a little bit too redundant for some people, it's nice because the user can choose exactly where they want that information at any one time. Now on top of that, there's a new speech recognition system with this Buick LaCrosse and the IntelliLink system. And we found overall it to be very good, but there were some instances where it wasn't understanding addresses or contact names, and it was just inconsistent. The nice thing is, though, is that if it recognizes an error, it will say, okay, slow down, let's take this step by step. And it'll say, instead of the whole address, if it doesn't understand that, say just the city and state, and then your house number, and then your street. It asks for it all at once in the beginning, but it will break it up into parts if that will help the user have a successful voice recognition experience. Now the most significant issue that we have is actually the system lag. You can see here, if I press nav, 1, 2, 3, 4, I mean, that's way too slow, especially if I'm going 60 miles an hour down the road. And it's not just a function of the display. If I actually use this menu button, there's still a lag. So it's just some processing issues that are occurring in the system, and it doesn't matter what HMI you use, either the display or the hard keys, the system lag is far too slow. Now in terms of safety features, the LaCrosse has a host of new technologies for 2014. Starting with a rear camera and ultrasonic park assist system that works with the active safety seat. That works with a host of other technologies, as we'll talk about, but what it does is it actually vibrates the seat to help warn the driver that they're coming close to a collision. In addition, there's sensors in the rear quarter panels for the blind spot detection. Now this blind spot detection has illumination in the rear mirrors. The problem with this system is that it gave us too many false positives and too many false negatives. It would detect vehicles 2 lanes over and not detect smaller vehicles in the lane right next to us. Moving forward, we have a camera above the front windshield, which faces forward and does lane departure warning. Now there's no lane keep assist like some of its competitors in the segment, but this does do an active job, a pretty good job of helping the driver understand where they are in the lane and letting them know through the active safety seat if they've gone to the left with the left vibration or to the right with the right vibration. Now coming up to the front, we have HID headlamps with LED accents. Now these HIDs, they're active. As you turn the vehicle, it'll actually turn the headlamps to the left and to the right. Now in the grille, we've got a radar sensor. Now that looks forward for the active collision mitigation system, as well as the ACC, or adaptive cruise control system, allowing for a nice degree of safety in this LaCrosse. One thing that's missing on this front grille is front parking sensors. With the size of this vehicle, we really did want that, and it's a missing feature for this vehicle. Now coming in at $45,500, the LaCrosse that we had here comes with a host of great technologies that really improve it versus its previous version, as well as the competitive segment. But in implementation, GM's got some big hurdles to cross with that IntelliLink system. It's got to improve that system screen lag, otherwise it's going to be seeing the same type of negative reviews that some of its competitors have had in the segment. For more on this and other IHS Automotive reviews, go to ihs.com/automotive or subscribe to our YouTube page.